Dear friends, dear friends, dear friends, and patriots alike, we had a splendid night at the cutting room. We don't even have my flag associated assembled, but that's okay. It was one of the best nights ever. To everyone who was there, it was a huge success. But you were a success. We were a success. The cause was a success. It was absolutely incredible. We were, the weather was beautiful. Could not have picked a more beautiful night. The venue was wonderful. And after I thought to myself, and after we were done, there was this for the second show. There was this group of folks. Apparently, there was a very famous Serbian band, and they were rocking it. And that if you only in New York can you have a line down the street for a Serbian band showing you, reminding us the beauty of heterogeneity, the beauty of cultures, the beauty of people. We love heterogeneity, different people. We love having different people. We love having groups and folks and we just love having these people which is so incredibly important. So important. That's all. I'm still awash in the evening, seeing so many of you great friends, seeing, oh my God, I it was just wonderful. It was just wonderful. Shaking hands with everybody, taking pictures, speaking, talking, the wisdom, the variety, the people, young and old and black. But I know it sounds like I want to teach the world to sing kind of a Coke commercial, but it's really true. In my life, I have never recalled, I have never been a part of anything so incredibly fascinating to me as this movement that we're feeling right now. I want you to think about this. This is a movement. This isn't just some kind of an election. As we speak, and this is really, really incredible. This is very, very important for you to know. But as we speak, there were people who were still waiting 200, 300, waiting to maybe get in at the garden. Everybody that I talk to is going, I think, to the garden tonight. Everybody. Everybody. It's like nothing I've seen. You are seeing a movement that nobody is seeing. And I want you to do me a favor. Please. I don't care who, if it's Beyonce, Michelle Obama. Let me start with something. And let me just, in no particular order, please, let me just speak to you, okay? Let me just speak to you, dear friends. I am not one of these people who says these terrible things about Michelle Obama. I'm not. I am not. You're not going to hear this. You're not going to hear this from me. You're not. Period. Not going to hear it. Uh it's just something there's a meanness that I don't know. I don't know why people do it. But let me see if I can do something here. Let me see. Let me see if I can do something. Just one. I'm sorry. This is so rude. This is constantly rude of me to do this, but I must. I must. There we go. There we go. Hang on a minute. Hang on. God. Wait a minute. There we go. Sorry. Pardon me. Okay. Hang on. Okay. There we go. All right. I'm going to try my best to say this because a lot of you wonderful people are responding to everything, and you're not asking the question, what does this even mean? And please, that was very rude. Charlie Waters, thank you. No matter. Brad Rung says, just saw New York City's lining up at 7 a.m. for Trump. This is New York City, the bluest, most liberal, whatever in the world. Daniel Collins, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Dan. Brad Rung says, how was your show last night? I hope they enjoy. Oh, Brad, it was wonderful. It was. Oh, thank you for the tickets, Brad. You made people happy. It was. I'm telling you, Brad. It was. We start off with a Pledge of Allegiance. We and everybody there. I said, please turn and shake your hands with people who you've not met. It's weird. It's weird. It's like it's a movement. It's not me. It's a movement. And everybody coming together almost. In the old days, used to be like, hey, are you really a Trump supporter? And it's like, wow, coming on. It was like being gay in the 30s where nobody could, openly admit, whatever it was. This was incredible. Incredible. But let me go back and tell you this. You're going to be hearing things. And let me go back to this Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama is going to be speaking. So what? Please, I don't want to. There are people, I told you before, if the Democrats told me, what would you do? We're going to hire you. Okay. And I know you don't like us. I said, no, I don't like it. But for purely intellectual reasons, all right, whom would you pick for us? It would be Gavin Newsom. I would destroy. And it's simple. Looks, countenance, experience, and I changed the narrative. He was a governor of the largest state in the world, or in the, well, whatever. You can go Texas, California, who knows? But he could throw things at you. And what about the crime? Well, the crime is the problem because of failed democratic policies. I mean, he'd have things to argue, but he would know, and he would change. And I would tell him, what you're going to do is you're going to go out and you're going to run like a Republican. You're going to run like a Republican. You're going to say everything Republicans would do. And then later on, you're going to go switch back to what you're doing. It's called lying. And he would be serious. I'm telling you. And you would be young and youthful, this and that, and that. And he would be it. He was glib. He's fast. And he's actually personable. I mean, work on that. There's something I could do. Or something I could work with that. I could do it. I'm not saying I'd vote for him. But I'm telling you, there are some people out there. There are people. You got to understand this. Ryan says, there's no way any fence-sitting there's no way any fence-sitting voter fearful of Donald Trump feels that way now after the 3-hour Rogan podcast. It humanized him. Let us hope. 25 minutes. We'll get to that in a moment. We'll see how big that is. Canada is right on track with America. Common sense on his way. Yes, Therese. Thank God. But hear Uncle Lenny out. You want to make sure that you know how things are working. Right now, there's the World Series and the Dodgers against the Yankees. Dodgers are up 2 games. When Yankees fans, the most ardent, crazed Yankee fans, speak of this, real baseball fans, you know what they say? They don't say like, oh, we're gonna win, we're great, we're the Yankees. They go, oh, no. They say, we gotta watch, these guys are tough. They are, they don't just beat you, they destroy you. Their pitching is this, they're strong, they're closers. We made a mistake, Boone did this. Sports analysis is the best. The most ardent Yankees fans you've ever met in your life. You don't know what these people are like. Maybe the Sox, maybe the White Sox. I mean, the Red Sox. when they won, maybe there people were going to graves and go, see, Grandpa, okay, whatever. But let me explain something and listen to Uncle Lenny very carefully. The people that love the Yankees know when the Yankees screw up. If there's one thing I'm going to teach you, and you're going to learn it whether you like it or not, is politics versus policy. The two have nothing to do with it. I'm going to say this story for the millionth time. We were on a cruise one time. We were on this Air America cruise. It was Rachel Maddow, Senator Gary Hart, Mark Green, who was a public advocate, me and some other people were on this stage. And by the way, you're kind of held captive on these cruise things. Anyway. And Rachel Maddow, who was before she was Rachel Maddow, says, and I think that Barack Obama should push for gay marriage because she's gay and she's gay marriage. And both Gary Hart and Mark Green, liberal conservative, progressive, said to her, are you out of your mind? You want to what? You're going to lose. No. And she didn't understand. But I think gay marriage. Because that's not the issue. It's not a political. You're going to lose. You don't tell America gay marriage. You're going to lose. You promote the policy, you encourage it among activism and whatever it is, but you're not going to do this. Raul Rodriguez says, my faith in humanity has been bolstered by Trump. My faith in humanity, listen to me, is bolstered by my faith and by you, not Trump. Because if nobody listened to Trump, it wouldn't matter. It's you. James Woods, who I like a lot of what he's doing. I'm not gushing. First of all, I'm not a groupie of anybody, except for some, maybe Mearsheimer. I think he's just, he's just smart. Colonel McGregor. Oh my God. I was listening to Scott Ritter. Do you know the truth about what happened with the Israeli strikes in Iran? No, it's bullshit. What you're hearing is like, what are they talking about? I don't bring that up. You got to understand, sometimes, just like when you have kids and you can't yell in front of your kids, and God forbid if you ever the parents who are getting a divorce, you don't want your kids to know sometimes the reality. And just like with kids, you don't want them to know like how really they came about, what really was the cause of their birth and how were they made and the circumstance. No, people aren't ready for that. People aren't ready for it. So there is a world that I live in where I love the truth. And the worse, the better. The more brutal, the better. I don't want anything. Two things. It's one of the most wonderful pasta dishes people love. Macaroni and cheese. Plain macaroni, cheese. That's it. Okay, Bill. Macaroni, cheese. Cacio e pepe, right? Cheese and pepper. That's it. Pasta, aglio olio, right? Garlic and oil. That's it. It's so perfect. I like simple. Give me the brutal truth. I love it. Don't flour it up. Don't put breadcrumbs. No. Tell me the truth. That's what I love. I'm not going anywhere. Tell me the truth. Be like that Yankee fan. Tell me when Trump screws up. Tell me the mistakes he's making. Don't. I'm not going anywhere. I want to know the politics of it. I don't care about whether this is America triumphant. Yeah, let other people say that. I'm not into that. I don't care about that. What the hell does that mean? I don't know what that means. But James Woods, who's very good, said he doesn't want to make America great again. He wants to make America again. And I think Megyn Kelly said it's called Ma. Have you ever seen that great Sicilian guy on Instagram? He goes, Ma. He does this Sicilian food. I love it. I just was trying to find this morning. I said, let's see if I can go live on Instagram. You can't. Why? I don't know. Fine. Instagram. I can't keep trying. Let's go back to square one. Don't lose sight. It's about the election. It's not about who's better, who's going to move the needle. Are you going to have enough people show up in the right places at the right time? I've got a friend of ours. We have a friend who lives in Philly. And very, very, very fine young lady. And she went to get some kind of an ID or something at this Pennsylvania thing. And she wanted to change her affiliation or whatever it was. And she might have put down Republican. She was hit with this barrage shite from one of these, worker types. It's like, what are you doing? That's what I want to do. It's not about policy. It's about you lose an election by losing the ballots, by having morons work at public offices for voter, whatever it is, motor voters. Strange. I'm also telling people, this is not about Republicans. Does early voting change campaigning? No. It's a great question. The answer is no. You campaign and you make sure you say the same message. My message is simply this. Towards the end of the meal, you get them in with the entree, right? You're a restaurant. That's what you do. You don't sit through crap because the dessert's good. No. You got to pull them in for the entree. That's what you pull them in for. But as the meal progresses, then later on towards the end, you say, okay, what do we have now? Well, we've got, we're getting towards the end, and the message changes. Maybe after, I like the digestifs. I one time had a lunch with an old pal, Richard Belzer, and he was explaining about digestifs, and he lives in France, and we were at this place on the Upper West Side. He's trying to ask this woman. I said, but she doesn't have this. No, but in France, we're not in France. Well, you see, we have, after we eat, we have this. Anyway, now we're here days before. Who is my focus? Everybody's made up their mind except the undecided. Listen to Uncle Lenny. There are people right now, this may be PD, thank you, my friend. Look at PD, bless his heart. For pretty damn, whatever it is. By the way, I met somebody last night who said, I heard you on Sean Atwood. Sean Atwood's my new best friend. Great. It was so weird meeting people. Nobody. Oh, and I got to tell you something. And I'm telling you, and I'm telling my friend this. This is the most important. In New York, more people than I know, cops, whatever, listen. They still listen to AM radio, to Mark Simone. That's what I'm telling you. I know it. That's all. Everybody's trying to reclaim the glory days of local AM talk radio. That may be the closest there is, but I digress. So as we're talking, as we're doing this stuff, as we're thinking, I'm going after that last voter who's about to change his mind. Let me tell you something, which is where I started. Nobody cares about Michelle Obama. Nobody voted for Michelle Obama, cares about Michelle Obama. You kind of like her, like, oh. Do you ever have that favorite uncle who marries the aunt? Oh, yeah. Hey, it's Uncle Dave. Yeah, he got married. She's nice, but it's Uncle Dave, right? It's this person in the family. I like this, but he's married. But listen, I've got no beef with Michelle Obama. I don't understand. I swear to God. People think she's a man and all this. Stop. That's got to kill her. I don't even care about that. But what I'm telling you is this. I don't care if she comes out. They're desperate. You're reading this wrong. It's like when you're watching a Yankees game, you go, oh, look at that. They're changing the pitcher because they're losing. It's like, understand why they're doing something. Oh, they're changing the plays because they're losing. I want to sit. I would love to sit. First of all, endorsements mean nothing. George Lenz, ladies and gentlemen, says, great show last night. Nice seeing you, Mrs. L. George, you were the hit of the evening. The cookies were Sicilian cookies. Please stop it. You're out of control. You're out of control. My friend Maj. Oh, Magic Maj. Paul Martin. I'll be writing you. Beautiful guy. I can't tell you what that's like. But let me go back. And please work with me today. Don't go in because I'm going to explain this to you. Endorsements mean nothing. Yes or no? Yes or no? 1 or 2? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Have you ever changed your mind or done something because somebody voted for something? Somebody said, okay, do it. Sometimes people say, Donald Trump will say, I endorse. I'm not going to do that. Because he endorses his creepy son-in-law, Jared, who I think he should run away from. There is not anybody I know who I'm going to say, you know what? If you say so, okay. Because I'm thinking they made a deal. They're doing it for other reasons. Endorsements don't mean anything. Endorsements don't mean. Look at this. Co-create with me says, early voting started in New Mexico, early October. We will be red except Santa Fe and Albuquerque, liberal cities, voting out Governess Grisham. Do you know co-create? I've told Mrs. L, the one part of the country that I love, that I've never been, which I don't know why I've been having this pull, is New Mexico. The whole George O'Keefe thing, and that's the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Endorsements mean nothing. The Washington Post refused to endorse anyone. BFD. Big deal. It doesn't matter. Stephen King tweeted, I've just canceled my subscription to the Wall Street. Wipe your arse with that. Who cares? By the way, if you brought in a case of a terrible abuse case with absolutely no witnesses, a terrible case, person was abused, didn't make any eye contact, blindfolded, can't identify, no DNA, no nothing. Terrible case. But I can pick the defendant. I got to prosecute the case. Again, no witnesses, no identification, no admissions, no nothing. If you put Stephen King as a defendant, here's my closing argument. I don't have any evidence. I don't have any witnesses. I don't have any testimony. I don't have any admissions, any DNA, any forensics, nothing. Nothing. No IDs, no nothing. But if you want to let that guy go, you be my guest. You be my guest. I'll convict him. This is the creepiest dude I've ever met. Not because of what he writes. He is just so devoid of humanity. Something happened where you say, what is this? What is this? Do you ever see these, sometimes on Twitter you say this, what is this bug? Anybody know what this bug is? Wow, what is it? It's a weird bug. I said, what is it? What kind of fish is it? That's with him. What kind of human is this? So let me go back. Nobody cares about Michelle Obama. Nobody cares. And here's the best one. They're going to bring her out again. Be my guest. What do you think this is? Well, don't be surprised. You don't want Uncle Lenny doing this. If I ever use my evil genius, I will pick somebody I will destroy. If I ran the Democratic Party, very simple. I pick somebody who is absolutely brilliant, smart, unknown, black, female, articulate, no twangy, southern, urban, fake. I'll get some collard green. She will sound like a professor. Condoleezza Rice, who I like now more than I did then. That style, very articulate. Look at them doing a Trump or doing the accordion. And I feel he loves it. That's what I would do. And they would come out and you wouldn't recognize it. She was, and we have to make sure we have to make the streets safer. And then she turned her crew going like that. Oh, yeah. I'm just saying. You say whatever they want you to say. Time out. True story. One time I was in Westchester and they asked me to speak. And I thought I knew the group. I wasn't really sure. It turns out it was a Chamber of Commerce or something. I said, who are these people? Basically, I didn't know. I thought it was there for some other reason. Don't ask me why. They said, well, their business. Oh, business? I said, oh, no problem. Walked out. Quick. What do you think business people want to know? What do you think they want to know? Remember, when you give a speech, you tell people what they want to hear. If you're trying to woo somebody, if you tell them what they want to hear, and you talk about them. You don't talk about yourself. You talk about them. If you're trying to this is why kids say they don't understand something. If you're trying to woo somebody, well, men used to basically where you would woo. And when you first meet a woman, let's face it, you not bullshit. You don't lie to them, but you put your best foot forward, and you want them to think you're great. You're trying to seduce them, but you're trying to make them. You seem like a nice person. You open the door. You just do this. It's called seduction, and you tell people what they want to hear. And so when I went out on the stage, I said, you people in the world of business got to understand something. They don't understand what you go through. And if it wasn't for business, this whole country would stop. And the thing that you want to do is to tell government to leave you alone. Stop with the regulation. Yeah. I owned them in 30 seconds. Why? I told them what they want to hear. It's just true. But I don't go on and say, and the problem with business is corporate responsibility. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear about how, no. That's what's important. Now, let me stop for 1 second because I want to talk about something which is very, very important, which is something which I can't ever really seem to figure a way to explain this because I thought this is, if people understood what is going on here. Right now, we are getting to the end of the month. If you have not gone to preparedwithlionel.com, if you have not done this, oh no, hurry up. They have deals that blow your mind. Go and look, preparedwithlionel.com. See what is available. When I was a kid, there was this place I think it was on Tampa Street. It was an Army-Navy store. I loved it. They had Army gear and I said, oh, look at these matches and canteens and like World War II. I loved it as a kid. That's what this reminds me of. Generators, biomass ovens. You've got to heat something up. You can say, I got stuff. We can make this little pelletized. We're not talking smokers and things like that. Solar generators. What if there's no power to power the generator or no gas or whatever? Solar power. Yeah. It just makes sense. 25 years shelf life. They have disaster insurance. If your food is destroyed, it floats away or the house is blown up, whatever. I'm sorry. They replace it. It's just, they are there. Everything they thought of, they made it so. I think sometimes people don't want to think about disaster food, like emergency food. I don't blame you. Preparewithlionel.com. Ladies and gentlemen, preparewithlionel.com. Go now while it's safe, while you have time, and before it's too late. It's that simple. Now back to what I'm saying. And I'm not done yet. I don't care how long this takes. I want you to understand this. First, I want you to calm down. I don't care anything about Michelle Obama. I don't care about. First of all, this is another thing too. Thank God people are stupid. Next issue. You know, and I know somebody got a hold of Beyonce and say everybody from that Epi, we'll call him that. The guy, remember him? Remember that guy? Remember his little list of. Remember, we got that list. Plus, we got the Diddy list. And guess who shows up? Usher. Who's going to be next? Jay-Z, maybe? Oh, Jay-Z's got a lot to worry about. Oh. Justin Bieber, they're hoping, please, keep an eye on Justin. Justin starts opening his mouth. See, a lot of people don't even want that world to be exposed. It's like, I don't even explain this. I don't want anybody to say, and by the way, maybe we'll get some Jim Jordan committee that starts bringing in boy bands, and then you got these Menudo people with their wheelchairs. You ever see these Menudo guys? They're like 80 years old. Bring them in, and then the world of oh God. Then we're going to look at beauty. If we have beauty pads, nobody wants this. Nobody wants this investigation into entertainment and the like. Leonardo DiCaprio. Somebody one day is going to do this. They're going to say, I think it's time. Is it time? Yeah, it's time. This is the guy, very good actor, but he has been so propped up, they own him. There was a show, Ricky Gervais was joking about Leonardo DiCaprio and the age of his women. Some of them, they say, they were laughing. You see, they don't know about this. They laugh. They one time laughed about Matt Lauer. Remember what was that, honey? There was a roast or something, and they were laughing about how Matt Lauer is a sexual predator. Friars Club or something. So help me God. They feel like they can joke about it. Diddy was telling everybody, we're going to get free. What? First of all, I'm going to say something right now. Speak English. This gibberish, I don't give a damn what you want to call it. Urban, stop. I don't understand you. You sound like an idiot. Sound like a moron. Any kind of speaking pattern that I can replicate by causing basal ganglia damage to your brain is not a good thing. If someone says, hello, yes, could I have that procedure? Yes, have a seat. Oh, thank you so much. Let me see it, make a little snip here. Now say something. I don't talk about it. Right. There we go. Any speech pattern that can be mimicked by brain damage is not a good thing. Sorry. I don't know how to tell you that. It's not cool. It's just, you know what I mean? Or that is helped by inbreeding. Have you ever heard that? Who is that? Do you ever see the inbred, the Whitakers? You ever see the Whitakers, these inbred family? Do you ever see the Whitakers? The one guy, he barks all day long. Reminds me of the royal family. That's who these people are. These are morons. I don't understand this. God bless. And in this world of coming out, dripping in platinum, gold teeth, and so fine, that's great. Terrific. Look, it's a free country. But you know what? You can do whatever. I don't give a damn what you. Mrs. L one time and I were at one of our favorite little diners, and in fact, it's one where Jagger, it's down from the middle. What we saw. Anyway, there was a three black young men eating. One guy was he had platinum. This wasn't fake. Diamond rings, diamond earrings. Oh my God. If I'd have rolled this guy, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands. God bless him. It's a free country. This is the American way. And I don't besmirch or begrudge or whatever. Begrudge. But when you touch kids or people, that's another story. I don't care if you're a pro football player or a rapper or you're Weinstein or Lex Wexner. By the way, Les Wexner, who got off with this epi, that whole thing is another story, which we'll get to. I know I'm all over the place because I'm still excited because my brain is on fire. Forgive me. They've got Diddy so done. They are just so, lo and behold, guess who comes on? Here comes Beyonce, who's about what, 50 years old, and she remember when she had remember when they had the pillow? Remember this? I tell people that. Remember when they said she was faking the pregnancy? No, I don't know this to be a fact, but it was all over the place. And there was this picture of her sitting down, had a pillow that popped or something. Remember how she sat down? Pregnant women will say, well, if you've ever seen, to sit down, pregnant woman can't bend over because you have a baby here. You have to like lean into the chair. Anyway, this is a fraud. And so she couldn't even do it. Who was that other weirdo she was with? A woman with the David Byrne, uh, uh, Kelly. I have no idea. That's just, I have no idea. I'm not, that's fine. Listen, I'm not proud over the fact that I don't know them. Don't laugh at me. I give you a number of jazz, a lot of musicians. I know a lot of good musical, not trivia, but facts. You don't know them, and I'm not going to make you feel bad about this. So anyway, so here's the thing. For the second time they did it at the DNC, they toyed with them. So they told Beyonce, you're going to get off your ass and you're going to come and you're going to do something. Now, for some particular reason, these people are not stupid. They thought she was going to put on a concert. Oh, no. She came out and said, I'm not here as a politician. I'm here as a mother. As a mother, and even that, I'm not going to go there, but do the math. They lied to them. This was huge. Do you know what this does? There is nobody in charge here. George Lynn says they're calling in their chips, appear or else. Oh, absolutely. Oh, but George, they're owned forever. Forever. They control everything. We've got the tapes. This is why you have extortion. This is why there's blackmail. This is why you do it. The two biggest industries right now are human trafficking and extortion. I can't say it any other way than that. It's absolutely true. So going back to what I said, I don't care about Michelle Obama. And they say, well, she's in the future. Bring her on. I don't care. I hate, look, if we were here by ourselves, I would tell you the real reality. But she's not an attractive candidate for a variety of reasons. Number one. And I'm not talking about the obvious. I'm talking about her background, what she brings, what she says, what she ID. Remember her book? Remember when people read her book, a feeling of being, remember that nonsense? She makes, in some respects, I know you're gonna, I know you're gonna laugh. She might be, hear me out, as inarticulate as or more inarticulate than what's her name? Than Kamala. Remember her book? They were reading, but people were laughing. She wrote this stuff. I feel that to express the essence of my spirit involves a recognition not of that which I want to be true, but that which could be true by version of the dignity that I, through laser prism-like precision, provide and adequately establish as a what? What does this mean? Okay, so that's it. Next, Obama. Obama, when he comes out and does that fake, his fake black accent's even worse. He has nothing to do with the American black community. Nothing. Have you ever seen a Spanish guy? So it's got, you know the guy Jose Andres, that weird, the one who almost said something about Israel when they basically blew up his staff and they told him, don't do it. Okay. He is from España and they speak this like the what's his name? The one married to, you know what I'm talking about, the one who thought like this, que zetas, un zetas, un placer, Por placer, después de Z, de Castilian, González, de placer, o las mismo, de sí. Okay, fine. That's Spanish. That's from España. If you put that person in with some Dominican or some Guatemalan or some Mexican, they say, "What is this?" Well, he's a Latino. Excuse me, I am from España, from Barcelona. I'm not a Latino. They're Latino. I'm España. I'm serious. People don't even understand here in New York, the Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans want to kill each other. I mean, this craziness. Everybody thinks that everybody's, oh well, you'll like him. No, no, they don't understand. It's like Chinese, Korean. I know you're gonna laugh. There's a big difference. So you keep thinking. They keep thinking that somehow black people say, oh, there's Barack Obama. He's not black. I mean, he is. Well, but he has no. His whole thing has been complete bullshit by trying to tell the American black, I'm one of you. Okay. And I understand. But he doesn't. He is as he is Barack Obama. Let me put it to you this way. Basically says, I'm just here for the beer. I don't care. I'm not going to be a problem. I will do whatever you say. Thank you. He's very thankful for this. Do you want me to be the rep? I'll be the winner. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Left, right, whatever you want. He's very good. He hates Biden. Biden hates him. You know do you know who they hate more than anybody else? There's one thing about Michelle. Remember, when I tell you what I'm saying now, I'm not telling you I don't like them. I could sit down. If I sat with Michelle or with Barack Barry, I could be their best friend. That's politics. Personal has something to do with it. I could be friends with anybody. Anybody. As long as they're not like a horse's ass. I don't care what their politics are. Doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. I saw one of my one of my oldest friends, 36, 37 years I've known him. He showed up. We are political ends of the polar, but we appreciate that. And it has nothing to do with it. There's nothing to do with it. We're friends. Please be like me. Our friends, I don't care what people think. I don't think parents should tell kids what to believe. Let them see what you believe. I don't care about that. I've got no beef against anybody. Nobody. I'll bet you I could sit down with Hillary Clinton, and I'll bet you if we were, let's say, at a wedding, you know how you say, hi, how are you? Who are you? Hi, how are you? I'll bet you I could get along with her fine. If I didn't know who she was, because she's, and I'm going to say something about her, and you're not going to believe me. There's a part of me that feels sorry for her because I have an empathy towards her. Now, politically, I want to destroy her, but I understand this. So just understand, Uncle Lenny. It's not personal. It's like Michael Corleone. It's not personal. When they were going to get Salazzo with McCluskey, the cop, and the Godfather, it's not personal. Sonny, it's not personal. It's his business. What I'm talking about is business. My personal, I don't care about that. I understand. To me, it's a battle. This is what we're trying to do. I'm winning the World Series. It's not personal. Nothing. When you try a case, you don't hate the other guy. You might if the guy's a real prick, but it's not because you hate the other person. You're much better if you don't hate them. Mike Tyson will tell you when you're fighting somebody, you don't want to get mad at them. That's when you lose your mind. So I just want you to calm down. Bring on everybody you want. And here's what I'm going to show you. This. When you have a bug guy, a pest control guy comes and he says, especially for termites, he goes, oh no. All right. What's the matter? Well, I found some here. Well, so what? No, I found them here. I found them there. I found them there. That's the problem. If you see one, there's a million. But I'm seeing them multiple places, like bed bugs, Cymex lectularius, the hematophagic, these critters. You find one that looks just like a flax seed unground. It's the most, they are the most, anyway. So you do this. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to take you and we're going to go out and I'm going to drive you right now. We're going to go. Come on, get in the Yugo. It's a Yugo. It's a stretch. When you go to 33rd and 8th, right around the garden. Right now, it's not even 9 o'clock in New York. Sunday. We're going to go over there right now. Normally, nothing's really happening. Look at the people sleeping out in New York, in Manhattan. You see what I'm saying? Oh, this is huge. Oh, no. Huge, or huge, as they say. It's unbelievable. You hear what I'm saying? Unbelievable. It is unbelievable. And you can go there. There is something that is happening where people are just, I saw it last night. There is a passion. And if there's one, there's 30, there's 50, there's 100. A fellow last night brought his daughter, younger, obviously. And I said, what do your friends say? She's very nice. What do you, he goes, nothing. They kind of like, there's nothing. This is not really that, you know. And here is this was that moment of like lightning hitting. She said, well, voting for Trump is really not that revolutionary. We have friends of ours who are in their 30s or whatever, and they say I'm sorry, is voting for Trump? They don't remember 8 years ago. I know it sounds crazy, but if you got a young kid, they were in 6th grade. They don't remember 12 years. They don't remember 20s. They don't remember Hillary. TDS, I know what you're saying, is not the same. When you showed that crazy lady, Jessica Starr, no, that was 2016. That was that was 2017. That was the inauguration day, January 20th. She never heard that. They never heard these people. She said, oh yeah, these are the TDS people. Who? Trump derangement syndrome. We don't know what that is. So your perspective is different. There are people who say, there are people who are looking at you and they say, I understand what's going on with Gay Ma. I understand. She's an idiot. Yeah, I'm not voting for her. And they don't feel this passion. They don't walk around with the Trump signs and they're saying, I'm not voting for her. And if you ask them, what are you voting for? Oh, the border. The border. Now, let me explain something to you something. Wait. Different story. A different timeout. A different timeout, okay? You understand this? Think about this. And one more thing I want to tell you, which is also critical. I want to tell you, like I will always tell you, how much. Remember our friends at mypillow.com. Mypillow.com. We are a mypillow.com family. Mike Lindell is our friend, and he has been great to us and the cause and the president since day one. And if you support him, luxuriation, great products, American made, you go to mypillow.com, promo code Lionel, and get a free gift. I know a gift is free. It's a tautology. I know. What are you going to do? Okay, but please, mypillow.com. I love that man. I want him to be the story. They tried everything. Every time I'm driving in, we go down Route 3 and we see, oh look, that used to be Bed Bath and Beyond. Yeah, now it's a Burlington coat factory. Oh yeah, remember that? Bed Bath and Beyond. They went under, and they tried to crush Mike Lindell. Period. Okay, now listen to this. Yesterday, wait a minute, Crypto Domini says, keep on rocking in the free world, Uncle Lenny. Absolutely. CD reminds me of that. Who is that? Who's that country singer with a big beard? Anyway, I remember I grew my beard out during that COVID. Twice I've done it, and I look so deranged. It's funny. It's like when people shave their head, you go, "Oh, you got a nice shaved head." Other people don't. You don't know until you shave your head. And it's just like with beards, you grow them out and you go, "Oh my God." some people think it'd be, ooh, that looks kind of interesting. You know, it looks like, ooh, you look like a lumberjack. Me, I look like a deranged guy. You grab your kids and pull away from. Don't look at him. All right. Last night, I couldn't get to sleep at no. Speaking of which, if you were there, remember this song. Kamala. Oh no. Kamala. Oh no, no, no. Here are the lyrics, by the way. I was doing the notes as I'm in the dressing room. I'm doing this. I'm writing. I'm changing this thing constantly. Oh, and our dear friend Wambui Bahati was there. She did an opening monologue. She's a brilliant monologist. He was there. Here we go. Listen to this. Before we get to this, these are the lyrics. Very, very crude. Kamala. Oh no. Kamala. Oh no, no, no. My God, you really do suck. This time you run out of luck. You did Willie, how silly. Montel and now Dougie, who knocked up the nanny before. A miscarriage, then marriage. We need Nigel Farage. Now you're a beard and a... You talk shit and won't quit the whole world word salad bit. We can't wait to show you the door. Kamala. Everybody. Oh, no. Come on, please. Kamala. Sing it with me. Oh, no, no, no. Here we go. It's Trump. It's time for one more. There are American heroes galore. This is the end. There's simply no more. CNN's a river more. It's my party, sang Leslie Gore. Joy Behar, I truly abhor. Tim Walz is a freak to the core. Listen to the MAGA roar. Gonorrhea, I think we deplore. I love Mary Tyler Moore. The NHL was all Bobby Orr. I'm proudly anti-war. Here's my favorite. Punjab's capital is Lahore. That's a really tough one. I really miss Zsa Zsa Gabor. What good is Eric Adams for? You all must vote Trump, I implore. Thank you all for coming tonight. Remember to fight. People are screaming, Kamala. And it will haunt you today. Kamala. And the song came from Domenico Meluño. When my mother, my nana, my father were watching Ed Sullivan or something, and all of a sudden he was singing Volare, and her water broke, and there I was. Here's another one too. Oh God, this is terrible. This is all a cappella. When I did it the first time, this little stupid song. Wait a minute, there's Carla. Here she is. Carla says, tomorrow's my birthday and I'm casting my vote early here in Texas. Best birthday gift will come on November the 5th. MAGA. Oh, Carla, thank you, dear heart. By the way, let's all wish and send love to Carla right now. Carla's been us with from day one. It's your birthday. And by the way, Carla, enjoy every birthday year as another stripe, another ring on the tree of experience and brilliance. Everybody send Carla a happy birthday. Everybody, right now, stop what you're doing. Even though tomorrow, we'll do it again tomorrow too. But just send your love because we are a family. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. Look at this. Send your love. There's one thing about us. We are this disparate, heterogeneous, polymorphous group of people from all parts of the world that just we're a group. It's not like this isn't the show. No. This is the group. The conspiratorium. The clarity. Anyway, last time, and by the way, many, many more. One time a cousin of mine got married. Look at it. Love it, cuz Carla. She's our cuz. We're going to call her cuz. Kushina. I had a cousin in the family. This guy was married and again, twice. Who knows? I'm going to the line. I'm not even paying attention. And I said, no, congratulations. You have many more. I said, I don't know. I confused birthday with having many more. And I was right. He had more marriages. Anywho, Nelson was there. Great show. Lovely wife and a pleasure to meet you, Uncle Lenny. Nelson, you're a maniac. The whole look, the Wellingtons, the pince nez, the Ike jacket, and the tam o' shanter. Exquisite. Exquisite. Cut Up Chatter says, you said go vote, so I did. Straight red. There you go. There you go. WM Fishman says, stop, Lenny, you're killing me. I'm not stopping. I am not stopping. Last night we had in our security, listen to this. We had a security man at the cutting room. He was 7'3". 7'3". I've never seen, and everywhere, it was terrible. He had a duck everywhere he went. And the nicest gentleman, 7'3", not 7'2". There was a guy 6'6" I met from Sweden. He was like and I'm standing there like this. That's okay. Look at this. Albania Hernandez, we love you, Uncle Lionel. Thank you. And I am your uncle. I'm your wise uncle. He was so nice. And I walked up and said, let me tell you something. Don't you ever. Anyway, never since I stood one time right next to Andre the Giant did I ever say, holy. In any event, so a while back, we did this song. And it was like this. Biden's got to go. Biden's got to go. Take that bitch and beat it out the door. Biden's got to go. And then people say, Biden's got to go. Biden's got to go. Biden's got to go. And it was like people were hearing this between that and Kamala. You always leave with this song. Biden's got to go. Well, he's on his way out. And so he goes, Biden's got to go. Biden's got to go. You pervert freak with that creepy stare, grabbing kids and... Okay, ready for this? These lyrics, these songs fit no iambic pentameter, no meter, nothing. Anyway, you pervert freak with that creepy stare, grabbing kids and sniffing hair, taking showers with your kids, selling our country to the highest bid, and that no good pervert addict son, walking around naked and pointing his gun, finger painting pictures sold, Menendez storing bricks of gold, slappy M-Hoff's a $3 bill, Epstein's was a kill. Jay-Z and Denzel Washington, Will Smith, that no good son of a gun. All of you going down her gun. And then Biden's got to go. Biden's got to go. Take that and get it out the door. Biden's got to go. Biden's got to go. And then we go. Tampon Timmy and his silly wave. Jazz hand swish, never learned to behave. Sack of in the military. Okay, I think it's a little rough here. Sack of in the military, likes his men all big and hairy, never once carried a gun in war, makeup stuff and lies galore. What about Dougie's creepy freak, cataract lenses, tatted up geek, knocked his daughter's nanny up. When he opens his mouth, I want to throw up. Biden's got to go. Biden's got to go. It's like rap, but even more primitive than rap. It's this weird forced meter, but everybody understands what it means. And it's a perfect embodiment. Slappy M. Remember Slappy White? Remember the Chitlin circuit, kind of a great comedian. Slappy. You can't believe this. Shaving a haircut. Now, one of the things which is the most important, and this is very, very, very true, is that the power of real truth. Now, let me tell you this much. Did you see this yesterday? Now tell me, everybody. Now don't go anywhere. Tell me, did you see this? Did you see this yesterday? We're going to break it down. Did you see this? Okay. I don't know who this woman was. Wait, I don't know what this is about. See, Mary Williamson, this was the biggest. Who saw this yesterday? This thing, I was in the dressing room. I'm doing my thing. And right before I go on, this thing is breaking, this story. And it is just tearing it up. Banjo raps. People always refer to a guitar as banjo. My friend was there last night. He said, do you play banjo? I said, I've never played the banjo. Did you see this? Who saw this yesterday? Okay. Did you see this? Now, here is a story. Good. Susan saw it. Despicable Brian. Did you? Let's watch it again because I'm still not sure what the hell it is. This little kid, watch. Now, this little kid is just sitting here. Okay, now wait. I'll explain the background. This kid's sitting in her stroller. This woman walks over. We'll find out. Now watch this. She walks over and starts screaming at this kid who's holding a little microphone. Now I don't know what this is. They pull her away, and I see this. There's a black woman who is like the hero of this. Now these are all Kamala supporters. Notice the preternatural protective move of the black women here. You know, it's almost like it takes a village, like the leonine natural. This is most impressive, like a reflex. You don't do that to a kid. Look at these two women here. You see them right there? Woman with the hat and okay. Now watch what happens. Now this one here, this one with the darker shirt, she basically gets in her face and puts her hand up and says, "Oh no, no, no!" And she says, "Oh no, you don't. Oh no." She goes, "That's a baby." Do you see this? One more time. She says, "Oh no, no, that's a baby." Now, I don't know why. Again, we don't know what's going on with this. Look at this. She's just saying, "You get out of here. Get out." They have nothing to do with it, and she's still at it. I don't know the story. I don't know what this kid did. I don't know what the problem is. We have no earthly idea. Now, let me tell you how it gets better. And this is why it's important. Okay? And before I forget, ladies and gentlemen, our good friend Hamstram Shazam.
Live from the line.
Oh my God. Whoa.
It opens up. It starts at 5 today.
Holy God. She's there now?
Yeah.
We're getting pictures live from the garden. We're Penn Station. It's packed. Streets are crook. And what time is this tonight?
It starts at 5. They're going to open the doors at
noon at the garden. Hamstram. Hi, Lionel. I was born in 1960. You're the big brother I never had. Oh, you have schooled me in ways. Sorry I couldn't be there last night. Thank you so much. I don't even know if you're a feller or a girl or whatever. Don't matter what it is. See, I love that. I want to be this because I would be this very, very nice relative who would say, I'm not going to browbeat you with my ideas. I want you to think for yourself. But let me tell you what's going on. So as this thing happened, and this is what I want you to listen to. And this is attention, patriots. This is very, very dangerous. There was the pitchfork and torch crowd, which scared me. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, people started saying, I want to know who she is. Let's find out who she is. And within minutes, a name came up. I don't want to say names because I don't know if this is who you think it is. But a name came up of a woman who was apparently a Kamala Democratic worker in Houston area or Texas. And they had how much she was paid. Like $3,000 in one instance, $1,000 in another. And they had her name, and this is where she is, and here's her picture, and this is where she lives. Not doxing, But this is where I want to say, whoa, 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 wait a minute. Hold it. Hold it. This is where it gets dangerous. This is where it gets dangerous. Okay. No, that little kid, excuse me. Agnes says that little kid is ruined. Her parents should say that little kid gets a GoFundMe college fund because of the trauma. No. Think like Uncle Lenny. When life gives you lemons, throw the lemons away and ask for steak. You know what I mean? Opportunism. Okay, very simple. Brad Rung says what I was saying. Packed at 7 a.m. Trump 24. I was watching it live before you came on from another YouTuber that is streaming it live for a show. Oh, it's incredible. And that's the beauty of this. YouTube, this is the greatest thing in the world. And with X, Instagram's having a hard time. We won't let you live stream. We're so I don't understand the hell on Instagram. I guess they nailed me. I would put up basically ads or jokes or things that were clearly either from somebody else or actual pictures. One was an actual picture of Hunter Biden. And by the way, Trump, Mr. Trump, President Trump, if I hear that you pardon him, all bets are off. No. That's it. Okay. So anyway, this woman who I don't know where she's from, this business, I don't know who she is. All of a sudden, this name pops up and where she lives. And this, be very, very, very careful. This is how lynch mobs. I don't mean remember lynch mobs is lynch was the name of the guy. LYNC. It means some kind of an extrajudicial. It doesn't mean hanging. It means basically tribunals that citizens and whatever come up with. This also shows if this is correct, we have a group of people who are so deranged, who are so unable to limit their anger, limit their screaming, limit the way they yell and scream, limit their hatred. You look at what's going on right now, and it is so frightening. Spend any time in a restaurant and look at that kid with the parents, and he's on his or her phone staring at this thing, just oblivious to everything. Crypto Domini says, Uncle L, I'm not promoting myself, but you missed one of my way back. You are not promoting yourself, my brother, and I'm sorry. There's no excuse for that. Hang on a minute. There is no excuse for that. My bad. I hate saying that. Banjo raps. Is that what you said? That was one thing you said. And then you said, oh, that's not it. Unless you've changed your look drastically. Crypto says, love it, cuz Carla. Is that it? Maybe this one. It says, my beard is longer than a three-peckered goat. There you go. I love it. Three-peckered goat is a very famous, dare I say, a very wonderful, I think we took care of that, a very wonderful Southern expression, which I find interesting. Thank you, sir. So anyway, this is emblematic. And again, I don't know who she is and hope nobody, but there is this new group of people that we have to get. I'm serious. Mrs. L and I were out eating, and there's these people. Just look around, your kids and their phones, and they're going like this. And they're going like this. And everything is coming at them. And they don't track. They don't track. They don't track. And what is tracking responsible for? It's called reading. 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 Reading is not a means of some old-fashioned. No. Reading provides a level of appreciation that can only be provided for by reading. When you are reading something, And if you want to lose your mind, it's, I mean, fine, great. If you don't see this, we were at this restaurant and this parent said, "Would you put that book down? Would you stop reading that book?" He's always on that book. Everywhere we go, he's reading that book. You don't see this. That would be a problem too, theoretically. But when you don't track something, when it's all thrown at you, here's the story, here's the movie, here's the thing, and you just sit there. It's also the um slot machine thing. You know, they start pulling it over and over like a rat in a cage. Swipe, 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 and swipe, swipe. It's very frightening, very frightening. And they're out there, and there's no space, and they become very, very. There's no sense of. There's no social. Have you ever met say hi to your uncle? And you think, oh man, serial killer. Whoa. And the parents don't even realize it. Well, that's just the way. Oh, that's the way they all are. No, that's not. This is weird. You know, Albert Fish was more interested in this. Ladies and gentlemen, Ozzy Dreadford said, perspicacity and eloquence on display. Much love. Thank you. Perspicacity. Thank you. And eloquence and breviloquence? I think not. Bye, gotta go. We have a very serious thing about our kids today. They've been so harmed with the school system. They have been indoctrinated in the school. If they even go to schools, and they've been given terrible diets, terrible foods, blasted with every conceivable kind. And parents that say, I will give my kid any booster shot, anything. It doesn't matter. I say, wait a minute. What are you doing? What are they eating? I don't know. It's kids. Just kids. They're all over the place. And what happens when these people go out into the world? When people don't read, reading is a chance for you to bring something into your head in a word. Take a word. It's a very interesting thing because it's very unnatural to take a substance. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. And you're doing, Dickens, and you're reading, and in your mind you're creating the system, the landscape, the scene. You are. It's the most incredible thing anybody's ever noticed before. It's like, wow, this is brilliant. It's brilliant. That's the way it is. But they're not doing this. Not doing this. Now, I love social media. I love this. But I am an adult who has been centered in this thing called conventional reading. I can write. I can read. I can communicate. I can talk. I can. And by the way, what's the most interesting is that when I meet people after the show, pardon me, they come up and they act like they know me. I've never met them in my life. And I always want you to feel like I get, because I'm a social animal. Because because I was lucky enough that when I was raised, we were kids and we were able to, talk and communicate. This thing here, this anger, this screaming, this not being able to put into words, see, this is going to destroy them. I want to have Uncle Lenny's army. We're going to have people out there where we go into schools and we sit down and we're going to try our best to tell parents in particular, especially, you do not have to necessarily, yes, you are going to involve yourself in a world, and you're going to say all the kids do it. That is true. But that is going to be the future one day. And then there are many kids who are just lost. They're lost. They're never going to pull out. They're so far back from the gravitational pull of society, they're never coming back. They're out. They'll float off forever. How does that manifest itself later on? I have no idea. So what we need to do is and parents have to do this and somehow today say, what do you think they are doing? I'll bet you there are kids who've never been to a concert. They've never been to a group of people. They've never been a part of a group of humanity. Look, Michaela, look, Morgan. These people are waiting in line or online, as we say here in New York, to see a president later on today. Have you ever been to a crowd? No. I'm on my phone. I don't live in a crowd. My crowd is here. I'm on numbers. I like likes. No, no, no. But I live in this singular world. I'm not a part of anything. I'm not even a part of my Mrs. Abramson's sixth grade class. No, I'm not in my school. The fighting. My favorite is, I think is it Morristown? There's a place in New Jersey, and they have the Fighting Quakers or something. It's like the Quakers. This is their team. These pacifist, non-aggressive people. One of the funniest. I'm not kidding you. I like when I'm the only one who gets the joke. Yeah, this is it. This is Morristown High School, and the site is is it the Quakers? I think it's the Quakers. Yeah. I gotta see this. Morristown. Yeah, Morristown Quakers. What does that mean? Anyway, so when I would tell people this, I thought it was the funniest joke in the world, and more people would say to me, "What do you mean?" Well, they're Quakers. What do you mean? No, anyway. So we need to tell people. So I want you to tell your kids today. Learn from this thing. Why do you think they're there? Because your kids, well, not your kids, most kids have never been to a concert. They don't have a group. They don't like the Beatles or Bay City Rollers or Bobby Sherman or Led Zeppelin, or they've never been a part of a communal thing. Have your kids today, have you been to a concert? No. What music do you like? Do you like music? I don't know. Our kids, do they like music? Do they have a group? Do they like jazz? Musicians do. You have no. Let me just explain this to you. You are not going to feel the impact of this generation or this whatever, of these, I don't know what, these disconnected. And when you have parents go, I know, Timmy's like that, I know, Mario's like, I know. And you say, oh, okay, it's not me. They're all like that. No. Oh, they all have polio. Oh, they all walk with a limp. Oh, okay. No. We need something. And that's one of the reasons why Trump is so important, because we have to take the school system and blow it up. It doesn't work anymore. Remember charm schools? I would say let's put that in there. Let me see if I can say this. This is not about Trump. This is about resetting everything. Take the time and ask a kid, do you know what an election was? Put that phone down. Look at me. Listen to me. You have no idea what I'm saying. There are more people saying, that's my grandson. That's my grandson. They don't care. There's something that's like, it's also weird too. Sometimes you don't really need medication for a lot of these kids because they're dead. They're dead. Their souls are dead. And not everybody, there's some, but then there are other people who don't understand what's going on. We have this woman who obviously is not a child. And then there are people who are looking at this election as though this is a popularity contest between Beyonce and whatever. No, this is about the course of our country. It's about this thing. It's about this. I know it sounds crazy. It's like this. It's not, where are we going? And when you have a ship, as you know, these wonderful analogies, we love to look at the Hudson, and you can just watch ships. There's garbage scows, and we have the Circle Line, and you have to see these big passenger ships, how they dock, and you just watch this. And for them to slow down, they have to start like a mile away. They don't stop on a dime. That's where we are right now. We're being given this opportunity right now to change the course of our history. That for just 4 years, let's face it, really 4, but It was supercharged. Have you ever heard of somebody with a glioblastoma? It is the most aggressive cancer known. It's not even in stages. It's like grades of. I mean, it's a whole nother cancer spectrum, and people will get them like, pow! It's like out of nowhere, and it just takes over the brain. I mean, people always say, "Oh, pancreatic glioblastoma." That's the one. It's in another world. We were hit with a kind of a societal glioblastoma. I don't know, right after when Trump came in, and we can argue why and have, I don't know, but everything changed drastically. There was a shutdown of everything. It wasn't just, the usual political stuff. It was everything: cultural, familial, gender, freaks. What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? Drag shows. The internet, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, freaks wanted to out-freak everybody else. Kids doing cinnamon challenges. There are kids right now still subway surfing and killing themselves because they see it on social media. We are having monosyllabic people. I have a friend of mine who is in his 70s, very, very, very successful, who's only sees Trump. And he's an example of this. He doesn't know anything about Kamala. She doesn't exist. She is the if somebody's, you remember, who was it, that poor guy, remember Steve Irwin? Remember he was stabbed by that stingray or whatever in the heart, and then when they pulled it out, that's what killed him, because of the serrated parts. If they just left the stinger in, or the whatever this was, they could take him to the hospital. But they pulled it out, which is a normal instinct, and the serration pulling it out caused the serious damage. They don't understand that it's not it's, how do I say this? And I may have lost myself in the analogy. They don't see the alternative. They just hate the moment and hate this guy. And they say, make it go away. But they don't understand, okay, but if you make him go away, it's not him that's going away. You're going to allow all this other damage to take place. And that's the thing. When you get rid of Trump, or get rid of the two-party system, or whatever this is, you're going to cause more damage, because these people are just getting revved up. And they are putting somebody deliberately involved that they know is an idiot. They are changing your perspective. They're always making you ask, what am I seeing? How is this happening? Don't they know she's an idiot? How could they possibly allow this? What do they want? Why do they want to go after our children? Why do they want to? Hillary Clinton was a gem compared to that. Hillary Clinton was, I would take Hillary Clinton over Kamala in a heartbeat. If you said, listen, you've got to vote for a Democrat. You don't have it. It's either Kamala or Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton in a heartbeat. Heartbeat. If you told me right now in New York, Eric Adams or Bill de Blasio. He's smart. I know what he's talking about. Andrew Cuomo, Salazzo, is going to be the next mayor of New York. I'll take him in a heartbeat over this. Oh, he's got all kinds of problems. I'll take him in a heartbeat. Oh, yeah. I got a friend of mine who's one of the most brutal. He's like a pathologist. And we were talking about various cancers. And I don't want to tell you which one. He says, you want this one, you don't want that one. He said, this one's fast, this one's not. So that's the way I look at Democrats. Who's the least painful? Who does the least amount of damage? Because the Democratic Party is gone. whatever you thought of, it's over. John F. Kennedy, George McGovern, this, gone. The parties are. I watch shows on YouTube and in Israel. What nobody talks about this. Nobody. Let me give you an example. Did you see what happened? Did you listen to Iranian commentary? No. Over the Israel attacking Tehran? Did you hear that? No. They're laughing. Did you see all this? Did you see what that was? You know what that was? Russian missile defense. Boom, 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 boom. Knocking it out. I had this last night. I thought, no, I don't want to go there because I know some people feel, and I'm trying to be very respectful of people because I know people. I want to show you this. I want to show you. These are my these notes. I mean, do you think Dave Chappelle is talking about shipping lanes? I don't think so. Anyway, and probably for good reason. Sam Whiskey says, Uncle Lenny, what's the difference between Democrats raiding the capital of Wisconsin on January 6th? What is the difference between, thank you, what's the difference between what Jamie Raskin is saying and what's going on? Let me show you this. We have right now Bab al-Mandab. This is, see, right off the bat, when I say this, the crowd says, okay, let me see if I can do this again. It's like when I talk about survival food. Oh, God. I don't want to think about that. Well, you better think about that. The Bab al-Mandab, they call it the Gate of Tears. It's Arabic. This is between Yemen and the Horn of Africa. It's this one little thing that the Houthis run. And it runs all the way up the Red Sea and the Suez Canal. It connects the Mediterranean with it is like, and on the other side of that is the Strait of Hormuz. And the Strait of Hormuz has Oman, Iran. And when these super tankers, you don't understand this. There are tankers and there are super tankers. This is 20%, let's say, of the world's oil. And in the Strait of Hormuz, if you look at this, you have to go down this little town. It's not straight. And then you take this right turn. And then you have to take another turn. And you need all the special shipping lanes. So it might be this far, but you only have this much because of the depth and this and that. Iran is going to do this. Iran, if you want to be cool about it. They're going to say, okay, watch this. Sink a ship, stop it, whatever it is, right here. And you are going to scream bloody murder. And you're going to say, why is this happening? And they're going to say, Iran's going to say, because you're supporting Israel. You say, now, wait a minute. That's the right thing to do. Well, we don't think so. And we don't like that. And we've been telling you. And you've been giving these people 2,000. Wait a minute. That's our ally. Okay. Now you're going to pay. Now, wait a minute. There's no waiting. We told you about this. Now you're going after. You're sitting there clapping. They're blowing up beepers. You're laughing. Okay, fine. You must not care about this. $20 a gallon for oil. Right there. And you got to see how this works, because geopolitics means the shape of the earth. So it comes down, it takes a left, takes a right. And it's so simple. Now, the Gate of Tears is a little simple. That's on the other side. The Houthis, these are hardcore. They are so pissed. And they'll say, they're even more blatant. Russian, go through. China, go through. You go through. You go. American, no. Israeli, hell no. Stop. Two critical junction points this far apart in the world. You're not going to see Anthony Blinken talk about it. You're not going to talk about anybody. But Fox News isn't going to talk about it. Sean Hannity's not going to talk about it. Jack Keane, nobody. They just, wherever it is, and BB there. Okay, fine. I'm saying I'm not telling you who's right or who's wrong. I'm telling you this is going to happen. And you're not being told what's happening right here. None. So yesterday, when they said, oh my God, Israel's under attack. They're laughing because the Russian defense systems go boom, boom, boom. It's kind of like Iron Dome, like our Scud missiles. They're knocking these things out. It was nothing. They don't have the ballistic. They're great with air power, but this is a battle that we're getting into worse and worse. And as the Biden administration realizes it's going to be sayonara, the Biden administration are the Victoria Nuland types, the military industrial complex types, the war profiteer types, and they're saying we're going to go for gore. And when is Bibi and when are they going to really go for the gusto? If they go after Iranian nuclear and oil, first of all, why? But is that going to be November 5th or not? Pay attention. Because if Uncle Lenny were in charge of the Democratic Party, I'm going to say, that's what I want. I'm going to leave this guy with more shite than he can imagine. Brad says, I feel like we are getting last night's show too. Yes. But I don't do this last night. No. People don't want to hear this. They do not want to hear this. I learned a long time ago. People don't want to hear things about diet, food, saturated fat, bacon. They don't want to hear it. Okay, all right. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to waste your time. Another thing you got to realize, and this is why I'm telling you, and when I bring this up and I tell people about this, they go, here he goes again. When I talk about preparewithlionel.com, here's what I would do if I were the Democrats. I would call my friend up. What's that guy, Haggett, the guy from the longshoremen, dock workers, and I'm going to say, I want the strike now. Give me the strike now. Hurt him now. Now. Because you just suspended it. And then I'm going to give Trump absolute horror when he walks in. So I will then say, see what happened? Look what happened. Look what he did. Look what he caused. He didn't cause, he inherited it. You're not going to see it. They're not going to say it like that. Look what's happening. What do you think weather forecasters do? They don't sit around and talk about how pretty the weather is. Isn't it nice? Say, no, what's going on? There's that thing out in the Pacific, a thing out in the Gulf. What is that coming? It's coming this way. That's what has to be done. So remember, multiple plays going on. Today we're going to be talking about Trump and his garden party. It's going to be this huge event. But understand, there are people sitting back laughing, saying, we'll see about your success. We'll see about this. And they throw us up. They have a message. They're trying to suggest that going to the garden is somehow Hitlerian, that it's Nazi-esque. Well, both popes went there, or two popes went there. Sinatra, the RNC, the DNC, Muhammad Ali, Billy Joel, the Stones. I mean, but then the next one, they'll have the same CNN because they keep throwing this at you. The problem is it doesn't work. Nobody really cares about this. And I also want you to understand too, going back, please make sure you teach your children, I sound like Crosby, Stills, what's going on here. Show them this is the election that's going on. This is the most important election. And this is what people do. Because remember, your kids today do not go out and they don't commingle. They don't do this. That was our generation. Carla, the cookie CEO, says, my dating advice for my bookworm kids, if you walk into someone's house and don't see a bookshelf full of books, run. Well, there's going to be a lot of running. Carl Womble says, I'm stuck on a train in Trenton trying to get to MSG. The fire department has the train stopped, concerned I won't get in. Wow. This is going to be something. You watch this and watch the great fellow YouTubers and the great brothers and sisters of truth that are out there who are letting everybody know what's happening. It's the most fantastic thing in the world. Also, use X or Twitter and make sure you put in the right codes and the hashtags, because that's the best. God bless Elon Musk. What happened, honey? Last night we gave every table, what was it, American flags, And lapel flag, we gave people, we gave a human trafficking bracelet, lapel pins. We had flag lapel pins we gave out, and American flags. And you know what's so funny? They all took the flags. This is like we you were seeing some. Let me just say, last night the crew at our crowd at the cutting room, Mrs. L would bring like cookies, these very expensive cookies that we'd make for Lynch Warriors. People would leave cookies. They wouldn't. You leave. You give them some here. Take it. The people just don't take it. Last night, everybody takes the flags, kind of like, the table. My mother used to always say, "Make sure you take the table setting with the flowers." I'm not going to walk out. Bring them home if you're going. It's the least you can do. They don't need them. I said, I don't want to bring the flowers home. Take them home for me. Okay, I'll bring them home. It's just, but they have these. They took flags. Crypto said, bring back finishing schools, and also etiquette schools as well. But let me just say, this is going on right now, and there's so much, and I want to always leave you with your head spinning. I want you to think, we talked about 50 things. How do I handle that? Get used to it. This is what kids have to understand. Also, being able to handle multiple issues, it's like the Eric Bren. That's why people say, I can't do it. I'm slammed. You got to have 50 different projects. You got to be able to have notes of to-do lists. We're going to do this. So you've got to have international, national, domestic, bellicose, financial, all these levels of interest, all concatenating. So we're going to be watching this. Thank you. All of you are fantastic. I mean this sincerely. Crypto Dominique, Carl Womble, thank you, brother. Hope you get in carefully. Carla, the cookie CEO, again, dear heart, happy birthday to you tomorrow, early. We love you. Brad Rung, Sam Whiskey, Aussie Dreadford, ladies and gentlemen. Brad Rung, Ham Tram Shazam, thank you as well. Albania Hernandez, WBM Fishman, thank you. Cut Up Chatter, thank you. Nelson A. Let me see what else we got. George Lenz, again, great seeing you last night, brother. PD, YouTube Sooks, Raul Rodriguez, Therese Pollard, our Canadian friend, wishing you your own version of Trump. Throw that rat bastard Trudeau out of there. Ryan, thank you. Daniel Collins and Charlie Waters, a new member. All right, dear friends, we are back. We will see you, at 7 p.m. tonight. Have a great and glorious day. Remember, make sure you are subscribed to Lionel Nation. Make sure you are subscribed to Lionel Legal and Lynn's Warriors. You've got to see these interviews themselves are like nothing you've ever seen. You'll hear people, you can't believe their stories. And one more thing. Everybody on the planet saw the Joe Rogan interview during the World Series. People are like this. Come on, Spotify. Refresh. Did I miss it? When's it going to drop? Come on. And the Yankees, the hell with the Yankees people. It was the event, and they're going to underplay it, undersell it. 20 to 25 million in 20 hours. Nothing's ever been done. And it's on this platform. Then there's JRE clips. Then there's somebody else takes it. And then people comment on it. And then it's on Spotify. Then it's on YouTube. Then it's on here. The number of people who are going to see this, and people in conventional radio, TV are saying, how do we compete with this? Look at this. HG Cupcake says, I'm Australian. I'm in Australia, and I watched it too. Everybody did. HG, this is a new world. This is a new and total world. It was incredible. And by the way, one thing, I'm going to leave you with this. The most insignificant thing I'm going to bring up. But last night I thought this was barbaric. We got an Uber back. Could have taken a yellow cab, but they're okay. But Ubers, they come, and I don't want to go looking for a cab. So anyway, I'm looking at the license tag. I'm going to make sure I get into because I've gotten into the wrong car before. And I I said, where are we going? I'm wrong. Anyway, so always make sure. Yes, Lionel, is this, if you're 125, is this who you are? Are you Muhammad G? Okay. So I look and I said, that's odd. Here's a yellow cab with the same license tag as this YouTube, which Ford, he sent us a cab. YouTube is connected with cabs, yellow cabs. I go, wait a minute. If I wanted a cab, I'd get a cab. What is this? Why am I? Well, it's a deal they made. Excuse me, I didn't make a deal with a cab. It was better than I could have expected. You mean the interview? I think yes, I agree with you. It's the weirdest. I feel like I was abused. I'm gonna get to the bottom of that. Just tell me, charge me less. I'm not in this cab. Plus, we had this talkative, wonderful man from Bangladesh who wouldn't shut up about. I don't know what the hell he was talking about. I have no earthly idea. And these New York City cabs with no suspension, you feel every pebble in the road. In any event, all right, my friends. Have a great and a glorious day. Remember, we're going to be watching this tonight at 7. We're going to be, I don't know if we can even do maybe a simulcast. I don't do that stuff. I get in trouble with that stuff. Let's just watch this. But remember, we're going to win. I don't want anybody to be upset. We're going to win. Vote, vote, vote. You haven't voted, voted now. Mrs. Ella and I are going to vote early. I can't wait. Huh? Okay, anyway. All right, we love you. And thank you very much. An hour and 41 minutes from me to you. An hour and 41 minutes. Straight through. No bathroom. No news, traffic, and weather. No interruption. No commercials. No top of the hour. No tinnitus commercials or Lumi. Those awful things. But you don't need to bathe. No, we need to bathe. No tinnitus or brain tumors or colon blow or any of that stuff. Nope, no commercials. Nope. Other than preparewithlionel.com. And that's not a commercial. That's a lifesaver. All right, dear friends, have a great and glorious day. See you tonight at 7. And don't forget the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Dead there.